John Tyler here again with a little expose on economy and automobiles and why I think that the Prius is the best car on the face of the earth. It does three things for me. First of all, it's an automobile, it's a car. Secondly, it's an SUV. And thirdly, it's a truck. When you want to haul ladders and boards and all that kind of stuff, you can do all three things with this car. The first thing is, I have to tell you, I had a Mustang convertible in September and part of October of 2022. That got 21 miles a gallon, and I noticed at the pump that it was going from 305. The gas came down, as you know, and then the gas prices went up, and then it went to 354 from 305. And Saudi Arabia has said that they're going to cut production. Russia has said they're going to cut production. Well, cutting production on oil means cutting the supply. Cutting a supply means prices go up. So in October, I decided to buy a red 2013 Prius, and I got a good deal on it. But the first thing, it's a car. It's an economical car, and in this gas price increase economy that we're in, this car averages 50.8 miles per gallon. I'll show you. This is the photo of my dashboard, and as you can see, trip A I put on 132.8 miles, and right next to it you'll see consumption. 50.8 miles per gallon, and versus 21 miles a gallon. So for every gallon of gas I pay for now, if it's $3, let's say, well, let's say $4, because that's where it's heading immediately. So the Mustang would have gotten, had a 16-gallon tank, and I would get maybe 300 miles per gallon. This car, I'm getting 610 miles per tank, or 50.8 miles per gallon. It's a huge economic boom to my wallet, money back into my wallet. So the effectiveness of a $4 a gallon per gallon is $2 a gallon. Now, the second thing that I love this car about, it's an SUV. It's an SUV because my car in particular, with the seats up in the back, and there's tons of trunk space, I'll show you that in a minute, why it's a truck, is my seats will seat 2 comfortably in the front and 3 comfortably in the back. That's a 5-passenger SUV. So it serves as a car, an economical car, an SUV, and next I'll show you why it's a truck. As you can see, the Prius now becomes not only an automobile that's economical and an SUV for the family car, it also becomes a truck. Now, the picture above me shows the 2 back seats that fold down, and then I could fold down, and did fold down, the front passenger seat. And I went to Lowe's. You could see the picture to your right. I put a huge ladder into the back of the Prius with the seats folded down, and a 1 by 8 by 8 foot long board, and then another 8 foot long trim board, and the tools. It's a truck, it's a car, it's an SUV. So this is why in 2022 going forward, especially depends on the election, as I said, I'm saving a fortune in gas, 50.8 miles a gallon, and that's after a 132-mile trip. So it doesn't matter if I go to Florida or whatever. Of course, you get better mileage you can actually work the mileage so that you can increase it. But generally speaking, even highway and city on a long trip, I average 48 miles a gallon. 48 miles per gallon. You don't get that in any other car that I'm aware of. So that's why I say the Prius is the best car on the earth. This is my 5th one in my lifetime. And they retain their value, by the way. I'll just give you a quick story. in I think it was 2007, I bought a Prius. At that time, they were $19,000. So I bought the Prius. I drove it 42,000 miles, had a couple of dents in it and dings here and there. And then ABC News one night in 2007 came up with, remember the big real estate crash and all that, when the economy was horrible like now? And so ABC News came out with this thing that gas is $4.27 or whatever it was a gallon at the time. And so they said you can't find a Toyota Prius anywhere. So I said, you know, I'm going to take advantage of this. And I put my 2007 Prius up on eBay. And lo and behold, the guy from New York, a pizza parlor owner, drove all the way down to Massachusetts and bought my Prius, 42,000 miles on it, for $23,500. A short time after that, 6 months or so, gas prices started coming down and the price of the Prius was back at $19,000 for a new one. And let me just point out now, I tried to get a 2022 Prius, can't find them because of chip shortage from China and whatever. So there's just a massive problem with trying to get a new Prius. Plus, they're $35,000 now. And my 2013 was like, I gotta say, it was $13,700. 87,000 miles on it. You get 250,000 on these things. Anyway, that's why, to me, the Prius is the best car on the face of the earth.